The galaxy had watched humanity with cold detachment for centuries. The Council of 12, an alliance of the oldest and most advanced empires, regarded Earth as nothing more than a stubborn anomaly, a people too chaotic to be assimilated, too defiant to be civilized, and too fragile to matter. When the Dominion Armada marched on Earth, the Council gathered in their crystalline halls to observe. They expected the inevitably brutal but brief extermination. The Oracle's algorithms calculated with absolute certainty humanity would hold for 4 hours and 13 minutes. After that, they would cease to exist. No one expected less. The Dominion had toppled entire civilizations in days. Their war fleets darkened skies. Their war machines stripped planets bare in hours. Humanity, to them, was nothing but another name to be burned into their long history of conquest. But what the galaxy forgot was that humans had been preparing for extinction since their first breath. The Dominion fleet arrived in silence. It stretched across Earth's orbit like a wall of fire, hundreds of titanic carriers, war barges, and annihilation cruisers. Their weapons could crack continents. Their soldiers had never known defeat. They opened fire immediately. Plasma lances tore through orbital stations. Bombardments rained down on Mars, Europa, and Titan. Entire cities vanished in seconds. The first wave alone killed millions. The Council watched with cold satisfaction. "It has begun," said the veiled delegate, its translucent body rippling with smug certainty. "Within hours this infestation will be purged." For 3 hours it seemed the Oracle was right. Human fleets scattered, burning under Dominion fire. Communications fractured. Civilian evacuation ships were obliterated before they even cleared atmosphere. The Dominion pressed forward with absolute confidence, and then humanity went silent. The Dominion believed silence meant surrender. It had always meant surrender. But for humans, silence was something else entirely at the 4th hour. When the Oracle predicted Earth's defenses would collapse, the humans struck. Asteroids long assumed to be natural formations lit up with energy, their cores revealed as colossal rail cannons forged in secret. They fired in unison, turning the void into a storm of iron. Dozens of Dominion cruisers shredded instantly, their shields torn apart by the sheer velocity of must-driven projectiles. Debris fields that looked like wreckage erupted with hidden fleets. Dark ships, black as the void, surged forward, cloaked until the exact moment of attack. They slammed into the Dominion's formation, cutting their supply lines to ribbons. The Dominion faltered, confused. This wasn't desperation, it was strategy. A strategy that required centuries of planning, secrecy, and the kind of paranoia only humans could sustain. By the 5th hour, humanity was no longer retreating. They were hunting. The Council panicked. The Oracle's numbers dissolved into chaos. "Impossible," it stammered. "Outcomes exceed predictive range. Probability collapsing." But the battle was only beginning. Human strike teams launched boarding assaults on war barges with nothing but magnetic boots and explosives strapped to their suits. Entire squads sacrificed themselves just to cripple a single ship, tearing holes through holes and spilling Dominion troops into the void. Colony engineers detonated their own reactors, wiping out fleets that came too close. Farmers on Europa turned irrigation systems into flood traps that drowned entire legions of invaders. Children carried messages through burning ruins so soldiers could coordinate ambushes. The Dominion had fought armies before. They had never fought a species that turned every living being into a weapon. By the 6th hour, the Dominion's advance had halted. By the 7th, they were falling back. By the 8th hour, they were fleeing. The Council could no longer comprehend what they were seeing. The Dominion had stood for 10,000 years, unconquered, their fleets unmatched. Yet here, against a species the Oracle declared would last no longer than 4 hours, they were breaking. "Explain this," demanded the Zeeth matriarch, her spined body trembling. The Oracle flickered, static tearing through its crystalline voice. "Humans unpredictable, variables outside logic. They fight beyond survival. They fight as if extinction is not defeat, but fuel." The Veil ambassador whispered in horror. "They are not fighting to live. They are fighting to win." The Dominion flagship loomed above Earth, a fortress the size of a continent. Desperate, its commanders activated the Exterminator's Protocol, a weapon designed to shatter planets. One shot, and Earth would be reduced to rubble. But the humans had been waiting for this. From the shadows of Neptune's orbit, a hidden fleet awoke. It was not vast, but it was armed with weapons no alien empire believed humanity capable of building. Dark matter warheads, railguns the size of mountains, and an artificial intelligence designed for one task alone: to destroy gods. The hidden fleet fired first. The flagship never got the chance to fire. Its core split open in a single blinding explosion. The blast lit the system brighter than Sol itself. Dominion fleets screamed across, comes, leaderless, broken, annihilated. By the 9th hour, the Dominion was gone. Extinct. The Council sat in silence, unable to comprehend. The Oracle was dead. Its calculations burned out, its predictions shattered. All that remained was the truth written across the void. Humanity had survived, not despite the odds, but because of them. An old historian among the Council whispered the words none wanted to hear. They believed the battle would last hours. The humans finished it in moments, and as the stars burned with the wreckage of the Dominion, humanity looked outward, not as prey, not as survivors, but as predators,